So, first time we've met, tell me about yourself. I mean, you're obviously you've just released an album, it's just come out. I mean,
yes,
amazing.
Yeah, so the album came out last week, it's called Rise, and it's predominantly jazz. I kind of grew up around that. My granddad was an amazing singer. He sounded very much like Billy Eckstine.
Yeah.
So all the old school stuff, Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan, Doris Day, things like that have kind of heavily influenced me.
And when you first started getting into, I mean, excuse the word show business, but you touring the clubs with your grandfather? Was he taking you around and stuff?
Yeah, well, my dad was kind of my roadie, because I didn't drive at the time, bless him. So every Friday and Saturday night was spent, you know, doing the working men's clubs. And pasty and peas in between, a little bit of bingo, doing the rounds. So
I thought you were going to say it's sardines on toast. That's
no
what's put you off.
sardines on toast, no.
So pasty and peas,
that's
brilliant.
kind of how it all started.
And what made you? Did you sort of, you know, leave school and go, that's it, I want to be an actress? Were you watching Corrie as a kid and you suddenly thought, that's what I want to do? Or how did it come about?
I think I'd always wanted to be an actress and a singer from a really young age. I just was one of those annoying children that didn't shut up.
You performed at Christmas, didn't you?
Yeah,
brilliant.
Used to drag my sister into it, and she hated every moment of it.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, and I've watched Corrie all my life, so that was a huge, huge ambition of mine, was to at some point be a part of the show. So
and Corrie at the moment for you, I mean, we were chatting earlier, I said how many days a week, but you're like the big thing at the moment, aren't you? You know,
really busy at the minute. Our new producer's amazing, and the storylines are just fantastic. Some real treats coming up over Christmas. But yeah, so my character Eva, she's kind of involved in a bit of a love triangle at the moment.
Yeah.
So her other half, Aidan, who's played by the lovely Shane Ward,
is
a little bit confused as to which way to go. He's a little bit torn.
What, he doesn't love you? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I know,
outrageous. What is going on? There's something wrong here.
I think the trouble is, I think he kind of loves them both.
So one of those selfish men.
Yeah,
greedy.
That's what he is.
Honestly, you lot, you've got a lot to answer for, especially what's happened recently, but we won't go into that. Anyway. OK, but do you, when you read the script, do you sort of sometimes think, that's not her, I wouldn't do that like her as her character?
Every day.
Really?
She's much more feisty than I am, which is a huge part of the appeal of playing Eva,
of course.
Some of the stuff that she does is pretty outrageous. I think I've poured, it's about 5 or 6 pints over different people's heads over the years. It's a little bit like therapy playing Eva.
Fabulous.
So yeah, it's great.
Do you think of Tom sometimes when you do that and say, that's not for cooking me my lobster last night, Tom?
That's
what's
maybe,
happened.
sometimes.
Yeah. Brilliant, OK. So, and also what happened? Why the singing now? Because obviously you're still in Corrie. How did you find the time to do an album? I mean, that's quite incredible, really.
Well, I've always sang, like I say, you know, from years ago, I've always sang. So the opportunity came up. I was kind of missing the live performance aspect a little bit, so I decided that I wanted to do a few live gigs. So I'm at the Lowry Theatre in Salford on the 3rd of December.
Fantastic.
And then I'm at the St James's Theatre here in London on the 23rd of December, which is fab. And the opportunity arose. So doing an album, it's something that I promised my granddad, God rest his soul, that I would always do. And it was on my bucket list, and the opportunity came up, and I thought, amazing. So, yeah, that's how it came about.
And you're pleased, and it's quite jazzy. I was listening to bits before, you know, it's quite, I mean, it's the thing I would not embarrassingly play a song, but I would be singing so loudly in the car, people would be like, let's hear the music, you know.
Yeah, I think it's one of those albums that you can put on at a dinner party, and you can have a lovely glass of wine, and some gorgeous soup, perhaps.
Fabulous. I'm loving you, Catherine. I'm
chilled.
Loving you. Yeah, that's it.
It's a timeless music, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that for me is it's my favourite stuff. That
it gets passed on through generations, and people appreciate it.
And so the last song on the album, Baby Mine, is actually the song that I used to sing to Alfie when I was pregnant. And now I sing him to sleep with it most nights. And it's a beautiful song for him. Dumbo. Big Disney fan.
Yeah.
He loves it all.
So he's probably bored to tears of it by now. But so that's a really special song.
Though. And I suppose the great beauty of where, obviously, you're filming up in Manchester, you live in Manchester, you get to see Archie a lot. Then you don't have to leave. Alfie, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm like less than 10 minutes away from the studio. So if I do need my cuddle fix, I can whiz home and.
God. That must be good. And do you bring him on the set? Is he known by the whole
Yeah, he's been on
cast?
set a few times, yeah. He adores Shane Ward.
Really?
He loves listening to his music and he's a little bit obsessed with him. So when he saw Shane in real life, he was like, Shane? Shane? And Shane was singing to him and he was like completely mesmerised, just bobbing along.
And do you think he'll become a little actor as well?
He's very musical. So when I've taken him to band rehearsals and stuff, he's... Yeah, he's mesmerised by musical instruments and he loves to dance. So
oh, fantastic.
I think there's a little bit of a performer in him. I've taught him how to do jazz hands, but Tom's like, no, the goalie hands, the goalie hands.
Oh,
so
goalie hands. Dare I ask who you're supporting today, being a Mancunian girl?
Well, I'm not a massive follower of football, but I do support United.
This is going to be in your rider, isn't it? And we're going to make this. We're going to make Coronation Street do this lovely lobster dish.
Absolutely. And again, it's really healthy, isn't it? You've got...
Yeah. Or, you know, when you go to... When you're in London next and you're doing your tour, you're playing, you should ask for it to be in the dressing room, you know?
100%.
100%.
I need to up my maintenance.
You need to up to maintenance. And so, album released last week in time for Christmas. All going well? Happy with everything?
Yes, fits perfectly in one stocking.
Brilliant. I love it. I love that. Exactly. And what, remind me of the name? Come on.
It's called Rise.
Rise. So, guys, if you haven't got your Christmas presents, which if you're like me and Jason, you won't have got them yet, Rise is the thing to put in your Christmas stocking.
It is, absolutely.
That's how life has changed, because I remember getting a satsuma and a walnut, you know. That's the difference. Life's gone a bit, you know. Now you get CDs from amazing stars.